future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Baby, don't touch that dive.
It's Heidi time.
Don't touch that
Power of Heidi.
dive. Cutting through all the static. She's the voice heard 10,000 miles. Dancing naked to toys in the attic. She's a trend that begs for a try.
Oh, who sings that?
Ooh, she's out to win your demographic. She's about as crazy as crosstown traffic. She knocks at boys, acts a little bit sappy. Just to be clever, she's just so radio.
Woo! Hello, America.
Is that a Coors Light? A silver bullet?
Oh, I guess that's what they call it. Welcome back, Chris.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back.
Oh
Finally.
my God.
Feels like I've been gone for 2 months.
This is my male show partner, and I love him. And we talk on the phone. Not a lot lately. Since
She talks on the phone. I just listen.
No, actually, sometimes I listen and you talk. Or your daughter's talking in the background.
Well, that is true. She does.
He has a teenager. She's a very pretty, coming into 13, 14.
12.
12.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. And
we're starting to have the 12-year-old issues now.
So
you know.
she's a big girl now. That's what that
Well,
is.
she thinks so. She's, she's trying. I keep telling her, don't be in too big of a rush to get to that point.
I just wanted you to know that I've tried to be very patient with you. And I've missed you, and Tony's missed you. Jarvis has missed you.
Well, I've missed all you guys too.
Because I have 2 other shows here.
It's not just one-sided.
I had with girls. So Amanda and I have a show, the Heidi and Amanda Show, Tuesday at 4, which used to be our time.
Yep.
But I bumped you up so you could, be available.
Is this the good time? Is the bump up considered? Is that like a promotion now that we're doing Friday?
Well, it's
Friday at 11 though. It's It's really too early to drink heavily.
I'm not even drinking. I brought it
Well,
from the
I know.
refrigerator. I have to tell you the whole story because you know what? You didn't get enough of me. I'm sure over the holiday. Have I not seen you since?
How
before
could you
Christmas?
possibly? No, yeah, it was before. It was the last show. It was right before Christmas.
So I did the master cleanse for like 12, 16
So
days.
you've been on what, like honey and cayenne pepper
look.
for? Wow.
You're
You
not
got
even
abs yet?
noticing. Oh,
Jeez.
well, I've always had abs.
Oh, okay.
But you didn't.
Not
even,
me. I've never had abs.
You didn't even notice.
I did too notice.
You didn't say anything until I had to.
Well,
say
I
it
was sitting
first.
here with headphones on, and you came in late. So.
Yeah, and you know what though? The good thing is you're a Mary guy and you're not a pig.
Well, that's true.
And so you don't
Well,
go, oh,
as far as you know, I'm not.
look at that. I like to hit that.
Well, I wouldn't say that anyway.
So anyway, Jarvis has had a
Hit
lot
that
of,
is not in my vernacular. So.
Oh, well, what do you say? I'd like to have some of that.
No, I'd probably be just much more straightforward and vulgar about it, I would imagine. I mean, if I was talking
Say,
about
come here,
somebody.
bitch.
Like when I talk about Tom Brady's wife, it's the Super
yeah.
Bowl this weekend. So,
I know. So
that's-
we'll get there. But back
right.
to me. So Jarvis.
Yes.
Just letting you know who's.
Let's put some photos up of Tom Brady's wife while we're talking about
What about my
the master cleanse.
What about my bikini photos?
Is that on there?
Jarvis. should
Look
have them.
at her.
She's
That's
really
like,
hot. I like her.
You know what I love about them?
What?
If he wins this weekend,
I have no makeup on, by the way.
that's okay.
It's okay. Go
Don't
ahead.
worry.
Uh-huh.
He's going to go down in history as the greatest quarterback ever in the history of the NFL.
One of the best looking quarterbacks
Well,
ever.
probably the best looking, right?
Yeah, right.
Which was part of why I wanted to talk about it on the show because I'm sure your female sector loves to see.
But how did we get from this
But listen,
to this?
hold on. This is the great part.
All right. Well, I'm not done yet.
She makes more money than he does.
Oh, that's
so he's
great.
going to be the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL and have a supplemental income
Right.
inside of their family.
Well, they probably really,
Tell me anytime that's happened before.
right. If they invested the money they have now smartly, they probably would never need to work.
I
again.
got news for you. Neither of them needs to invest a dime, and they would never have to work again.
Okay.
She makes like $90 million a year.
Yeah.
Well, deservedly
I mean,
so.
Women can make. Well, look how
if
hot
I
she
looked
is.
like that,
Yeah.
I would wear that to the grocery store.
Yeah.
every day.
Right.
Seriously.
Would you really? You'd walk in the grocery
I
store
would walk
with
in
a bikini.
If I looked like Tom Brady, I'd walk in the grocery store in my skivvies every day.
Well, you were the former middleweight champion of the world.
but that doesn't
You've
mean-
had a body to die for.
No, that's not
He's
true.
had a hard as you had like a 25 pack.
No, I've never had abs. That's why I wore a singlet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not an ab guy.
You have great biceps, though.
Well, I
And
mean, I
the
guess it's a
glutes
matter
and
of opinion.
thighs, they're pretty limber.
Yeah, the ab thing has never been big.
Not
for
that
me.
I would know that.
I've got big abs, just not like the ones that show.
You know what though? I know exactly what to do. Do you wear that waistband?
No,
That
I do
weight
not.
that will work. I sleep with that on.
What,
But
the
look
thing
at
with
how,
the electrodes?
No, it doesn't actually vibrate. No.
I put one of those on one time. You know the one they show on the
Yeah.
infomercial,
Yeah.
and it gives you like
It goes,
the. Yeah, it's like zapping
it's
you.
like your circulation, so you're supposed to be
It felt like
losing.
someone was stabbing me for like an
yeah,
hour.
because you didn't have your circulation flowing.
I don't
That's
know.
why.
I assume my circulation was flowing.
Yeah.
Did you become like some kind of vascular expert while I've been
Yes,
gone?
I did, as a matter of fact.
From your master
You want to know
cleanse?
why? Because I had realized. Well,
Okay.
wait. Anyway, so really quick. Okay, so
So
I
we're
had
back to
realized,
you. We're off of Tom Brady and
No,
Giselle
well, we're
now.
not done with Tom Brady.
Okay.
We just weren't ready to start.
Okay.
It's like you didn't. Okay, you just did a little tease foreplay of what's coming up on the show.
That's how I do.
Which is terrific. Can I have my headphones a little louder? Apparently, I've been losing hearing because I.
It's all the cayenne pepper. It's messing with your ocular nerves. Oh, excuse me, not your ocular nerves. Your,
It's lemon. It's freshly squeezed lemons from my dad's tree, and I brought some for you.
okay.
And it's not maple B syrup anymore because all it is maple A. They say in the stores. So I use agave, a little bit louder, a little bass, a little tint. That's tinty. Now it's tinty in my ears. It sounds like, you know what it is? I think I cleaned my sinuses out today, and then I washed my hair with Sparkletts water, and I think it went into my eardrum.
Did you?
That's better.
Did
That's
you
better.
use that neti pot thing where you gotta strain the
Yes.
water through your nose?
I do that in the shower
Really?
every day.
That thing hurts like a son of a bitch.
Well, it's because you don't do it enough. You're a little nasally. You might want to do it. I'm nasally in my head because I think it takes a few hours after you do it.
Well, I'm gonna throw this out at you.
What?
I rarely get sick,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's because of my sinus problems. So I don't do anything to
Because
fix them.
all the germs stay up there in your
Well,
nostrils.
no, most of illness is respiratory, right? So I don't think any of the stuff ever gets through
Right.
my, sinus blockage. So I think it keeps me healthy.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well.
That and all the Jack Daniels.
The Jack Daniels. Do you drink tequila?
I will, but I mean I'm not a regular tequila
Right.
drinker.
I don't ever drink the worm now.
Oh no, I've done that twice.
Can't that turn into a parasite and latch into your
No, they're
gut
dead.
and then all of a
It's-
sudden?
no.
Oh well.
They
I
will
don't
make
care.
you hallucinate though.
Oh, they do. Oh,
yeah.
that's right. That's what we talked about. Audrey and I talked about that because they gave me tequila at a slumber party.
Yep.
Jarvis would like to come to the next one. And
You guys are having.
we always
What is
have
that?
these slumber parties. Oh, it's for circulation.
Oh, it's like a
And-
sex toy.
Well, you never know who can find what with what.
I was gonna say, if you're creative enough,
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's a roller. It's super cool. You get it like a Rite Aid, and you put it on your hand, and you just roll it all over.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah, feel that. Look at the neck. Like if you have a sore neck, this is so good for your neck.
The doctors use those little.
All right, back to the.
They roll with, and then they
Okay.
got little spikes on them.
Right, we're getting off topic. It's ADD, Chris.
Oh, I don't have that.
Perhaps
I'm
you need
good.
a Jack Daniels right now. So anyway, Jarvis was missing you because I have and then Audrey Turner. You know
Yes,
Audrey Ike
yes.
Turner's widow. She and I do a show on Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. West
Oh,
Coast.
I called in on that one.
You called in, and
Yes.
she really wants to meet you. So anyway, so that's I don't know. So anyway, so then it's you, and you're a man, and Jarvis missed
what
you
they tell
because
me.
he hasn't had a lot of men around him.
He needs me to balance everything out.
Well,
See?
he raised.
Although
he
I
was-
know Jarvis can handle himself.
Well, he was raised with women, and he's so sensitive and such a nice guy. Audrey calls him a tall drink of water, chocolate,
he is a tall drink of water.
chocolate milk. What did she call you? Tall drink of. Oh, you don't know. All you know is you're coming to the next slumber party. Jarvis in his pajamas.
Did you guys get drunk at a slumber party?
Oh yeah, we got wasted.
Oh.
Apparently, I don't know. They said I drank all the tequila. I'm like, but they said I was really funny. Anyway, so
Someone get that tequila.
so that's, but I've missed you. Jarvis has missed you, and I don't understand because I know it's your teenager, and then you went away for the holidays. You went skiing.
Yep.
You go snowboarding.
I did.
Where, in Michigan?
Yes. Yeah. I think I
that's-
fractured my wrist too. I think I have like a hairline fracture, but
Why don't you
hurt.
have a cast on it?
It's an old wrestling thing. We don't
Is
really
that because you thought you were better at snowboarding than you
Well,
actually
so
were?
the last time I went, I was 8 years younger, 7.5 years younger, and that was the first time I ever did it. So I think for having a 7-year, off period of time, I did pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But man, the wipeouts hurt a lot worse.
I'm sure they did.
47 than at 39.
Did it hurt worse than when you were like getting thrown around as the middleweight champion?
No. But when you're doing that, you're kind of used to it, and your body gets conditioned to that.
Did you
type
get
of
like
thing.
a high when you throw someone across the room and slam them on the floor? Is that like a high that you get? Because I don't think
For
I would
me,
like
the
to
whole
do
thing
that.
was enjoyable, unless you took a pretty nasty spill. But other than that, I mean, the best part was the pageantry and the entrances and that kind of stuff. Like when you hear your music and you're getting ready to come out, that's when it's the best.
Right.
Once you get in there.
Did you know Hogan?
No.
Speaking of that, let me open my beer.
Did not.
Cheers, Hulk! No,
Yeah.
but you didn't know him. He was a lot like.
I mean, I know who he is, obviously.
Right.
But I've never met him before.
Right. Well, you're normal. You have a normal family. You have a wife
Sort
that
of,
you've
yeah.
known since
I
high
wasn't
school.
then.
Well,
I wasn't as normal.
Well, maybe the concussions helped. Maybe you just kind of
I did take a lot of chair shots, so yes, quite possibly.
Did you drink tequila before you got up there just to kind of, help cushion the pain?
No, I never did anything on the day of shows until after the show, and then I did a lot of things after the show. So.
Speaking of, I had wine 2 days ago. Chris, I haven't had wine in like 3 weeks, right? Because
you've just been doing honey and
I've just
cayenne
been
pepper
doing
and
the
lemon.
lemon
Is that all
pepper.
you've been having?
It's not honey, it's agave. Yes. And then maybe one piece of fruit or a vegetable a day.
Per day?
Per day. So
Good
I've lost
God.
I don't know, Jarvis, how much weight have I don't 10? Yeah.
how
well,
long?
I'm little.
Yeah, well,
12
10 pounds on a girl is
Yeah,
a lot.
that's a
you know.
lot.
That's a lot of weight.
Dear Lord. Like
Unless
I don't
that
even
girl
know.
happens to weigh 350 pounds. But 10
It was the
pounds on an
strangest
average
thing.
girl.
In a matter of 2 weeks, like I ballooned out like 15 pounds, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then I realized I was having an allergy to something, and my body was just not functioning right. So that's what I do to reset. I always do the.
I know exactly when I gain that much weight. I know exactly why it happens.
Why the wine?
No, I'm just eating too much bad food. That's the way
the
it
Jack
works. We were
Daniels.
actually talking before. No, the Jack Daniels is good.
That's fattening.
No way. It's what happens after the Jack Daniels when I start getting hangry.
You start going
And,
to
and then it's like I'm tearing into the pantry.
you're going to Del Taco drive-through.
Yeah, because I'm good. I'm really good until I start having some booze or some other stuff, and then it's like.
And your wife is like, "Oh, Chris, did
Get
you
out
do
of the
that?"
way.
Your wife seems so cool. She just kind of lets you, do you.
Yeah, she's good about it.
She leaves you on the couch when you pass out there.
Well, I stay on the couch because I don't want to interrupt her sleep. So
Okay,
I'm a
you
kind
might
husband.
Because you might walk it. You are.
I don't want it to look like I'm getting booted to the couch. I do it on my own volition so that I'm helping her.
Because
make
if
sure
you
she
get
gets
into
her
bed when she's in a deep sleep, do you wake her up?
No, but I do not snore unless I'm drinking.
Okay.
So I snore every night, pretty much. And so
Your nose is a little red.
I know when I come in, if I've been drinking, then I definitely don't go upstairs because I will snore. So
Well, that is
if I'm not
very,
drinking, I don't snore.
very respectful husband.
Yeah, I try.
So, Chris, the Super Bowl is
Yeah,
this Sunday. I'm
it is.
really excited to see Lady Gaga.
Well, yeah. I guess that's another good part about the Super Bowl is people like.
Do you think Lady Gaga's hot?
No, I don't at all.
Don't you think she's sexy?
I do not think she's sexy.
Really?
Because
I think that there. Did you see her?
I
in
will tell you
American-
this: I think she has become much sexier since she came on the scene.
Right.
But that's the
Well, you
know,
mean- well, she
it's
was-
the byproduct of
well,
having
she
hundreds
was
of millions of
like-
dollars.
But before, like when she was in high school in her 20s.
No, I mean even when she was originally famous, I didn't find her remotely attractive. I think she's more attractive now because she's kind of making herself more that way.
She's different looking. I know that. But did you see her in American Horror Story? She's great.
No, I will tell you, I think
She is fantastic.
I actually think she's a pretty good actress.
Yeah, I do too.
For what she's been doing.
Yeah.
I saw her in another movie that she was pretty good. I think it was the second Sin City, maybe if you ever seen.
Yeah, I think she's a really great actress. And in an American Horror Story, she's different. Before she's a vampire, she's like this mousy little, and she actually does the part really well.
You're supposed to say spoiler alert before you tell everybody before
Oh,
she becomes
sorry.
a vampire.
Well, no, but this is last season. You were, you know what I mean?
I've never watched that show.
Oh, I just
so
binge watch these shows on Netflix. I like seriously. I'm into the Bates Motel right now.
I don't have
Norman
time.
And Norma. I know the whole story. I know their backstory. I know how it happened. I know the whole thing. I'm totally into it.
I gave up on Orange Is the New Black. I won't. My new
Well, I
thing is
already
I won't
watched
watch any show that's an hour. If it's not less than an hour, I don't watch.
Just
I don't
watch
have
it
enough time.
But Netflix isn't. Well, it's 40 something minutes after commercials. The entire you can watch 45 minutes of something.
What is? Orange
all
is the
the
New Black?
TV shows. Yeah.
Oh, I try to go like a half hour and down.
I binge watch them the day that they come out.
Yeah.
And I stay up for 24 hours, and I swear to God,
Okay.
I do this every time Orange is the New Black is out.
So that's the other part I hated about it was it would come out. I'd watch the whole thing in 3 days.
I don't answer the phone. I don't know what my
Right?
problem is. Yeah.
But then you got to wait like a year and a half for the next season.
I
and
know.
I've completely
And then
forgotten.
you're totally but you're bothered now because you have to wait. But you spoiled yourself. You ate too much sugar at once.
Well, that's a
And
good
then-
analogy. That's a good way of looking
and
at
then
it.
you feel like throwing up. And that's just then you're tired of watching
I never
TV.
feel like throwing up after eating too much sugar. I feel euphoric when I get that sugar.
So listen. So 2 days ago I had wine, right?
Okay.
I had who did I meet for somebody? Oh, I met with my attorney, and we had a glass or two of wine, and
You and your attorney? When I talk to my attorney, he never wants to drink.
well, he's super cool. He's engaged.
I want
and
to be
love
drunk
him.
because when you write him a check, it's like, dude.
Oh, dear
I need a
Lord.
drink, but
Well, anyway, so there was the wine,
were
and
you
I had
just hammered after 2 glasses of
No,
wine?
I was not.
Oh man.
So later that night, I'm like, I feel like I'm going to be sick. I feel like I'm going to be sick, and I didn't have any more wine. Yesterday, I was hungover on the show with Audrey, and today I woke up all night long. I had this migraine on the left
You're
side.
hungover with me too.
Well, not anymore because I had a sip of beer. I like the carbonation. So that's calming my stomach down. But I'm like, why? How is it even possible after 2 glasses? And I think it was like yellowtail or something.
Oh, well,
And
there
that's
you go.
crap. I didn't realize it until you don't have it in your system and then you put it in. You're like, oh my God.
So I went 12 days without drinking because my wife was out of town for work.
This is the talk about drinking
And
show
I
today.
don't drink when my wife goes out of town because
Right.
I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
God forbid something happens with the kids and I got to drive to the hospital or something.
Right,
and
so you-
half in the bag, right?
He's a responsible drinker.
I try to be. Well, I'm not a responsible drinker. I'm a responsible parent. So
Yeah,
I
okay.
didn't drink while she was gone. And as soon as she got back, like the second she walked in the door,
You're
I got the bottle out.
Oh my God.
And I mean, it was like 2 drinks, and I
Sloshed?
could not believe it. Because
my
normally that's just the icebreaker.
Well, because your liver had a moment to
Yeah.
feel. It had a moment to
But now I'm
think.
back, and I'm ready to go now. So
You're just
I'm
rearing
back.
up and ready to go. So the Super Bowl, who's playing again?
It would be the Patriots and the Falcons. It's Sports 101.
No,
With
I want
Heidi
it. We're
Selexa.
doing Football 101. This is how we're going to do it, okay? Football 101 for women. Let me ask you. Let me tell you something. My brother played football for Fresno State. Now, if
Okay.
anybody knows Fresno,
I
my
know
brother's
Fresno
big.
State very well.
We're Armenian,
Yep.
right? And my parents met at Fresno State. I was the only one who didn't go there, and my cousins didn't
Fresno
go there.
State's had a great program forever.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Well, God, everyone in my family is so smart.
The Oakland Raiders
Except me.
starting quarterback is from Fresno State.
Oh, what year did he?
Derek Carr, he probably played 3 or 4 years ago, and his older brother was the first pick in the draft out of Fresno State
Ooh, I
back
think
in
that's
2000.
I think that's who my brother played with because I remember him and my dad talking about it. So anyway, my brother, I didn't know what my brother played in college football because he's big, but there are guys that are bigger than him,
Yeah, but
But so
there are many positions in football that you don't have to
I
be
don't
a
even
big
know.
guy.
So listen. So I played flag football with them growing up, okay?
Okay.
The neighbor down the street had us pick between a pro football player or a pro baseball. He went on the Kansas City Royals, got Rookie of the Year, Bobby Hamlin. And he was a really good friend of mine growing up. He actually, taught me how to chew tobacco, which I threw up when I was 12. And that's a good friend to me when I was 12. He was the older boy down the street. He was super cool. But he got injured. Anyway, but so I played with them. And I said, Ronnie, what did you play? And he goes, safety. And I said, what is safety? He goes, Heidi, I'm not even going to try to explain it to you. Dad, how does she not know what safety is?
So your brother
I
played safety
don't-
for Fresno State?
Yeah. What is safety?
That's a defensive back.
Okay, so I want to know every position. A defensive back, what does that mean? That you are
they're,
in the
they're
back?
they're the guys who generally, for lack of a better term, they guard the receivers for the other team.
Ooh, that's my
The guys who are trying to catch the passes,
Right.
they're trying to keep them from catching the passes.
Oh, you know what?
And or tackle them after they catch the
That
passes.
is my brother's personality. He's a professional martial artist, by the way, also. It's that secret kind of martial arts that we spoke about.
So a safety
Uh-huh.
in football generally has to be a very, very good athlete. They have to have a combination of strength, speed, the whole thing. So
Wow. Well, that's my brother.
that's a very athletic position. in
Yeah, and he played at Fresno State.
football. Yeah, so
which
he
is
must be a very good athlete.
Yeah, he is. He's always been really good. I was too.
So in order to play Division I football,
But it's not about me.
Yeah, we're talking about your brother and then being a safety. So, but yeah, So if you look up on Jarvis's little
Okay,
screen
good,
here,
good. Let's see. Okay, so
see those two
where is the
blue
safety?
X's?
Yes.
Those would be the safeties.
Okay, so
Now some teams employ a different position where you have a free safety. He'd be dead center in the middle of the field. Those guys would be just
that guy, the middle X, or the one in between.
the two on the top.
Okay, so there would be a guy in
Those
the
would
middle.
be two safeties in a cover 2 defense. The guy in the middle is the middle linebacker.
What's a linebacker?
Those are the guys who run down the running backs and knock the crap out of
Okay,
them. when they get a
so they
chance.
need to be fast and big, like
Fast and
like
big
refrigerator guy.
No, not that big.
Okay.
Super fast. Somewhere around 225 to 250.
Somebody who can tackle.
And mean as a snake.
You got to tackle,
Yeah,
right? Oh,
yeah.
sorry, that's the alarm.
It's,
I normally wake up at this time.
Yeah.
Set the alarm for 11:30. That's what happens when you stay awake all night, binge watching Netflix.
Or binge drinking tequila
Or no, because I work out when I watch Netflix. I work out for 3 hours sometimes.
during Netflix, doing push-ups.
Yeah, but then I take little pauses. But it works, It's all
You know
about-
any of the positions on this
no.
grid?
Okay, I'm not done asking questions. So
All right.
the two backer safety, and then the three. Who are the two?
Okay, so the two guys on the outside where Jarvis is pointing to currently, those are
Right.
the cornerbacks, not the quarterback.
Okay, what's a cornerback?
They're also a defensive back, just like a
Okay.
safety, only generally they are smaller and faster.
Okay, so that's in case for some reason they get through that big guy up there,
Well,
linebacker.
no, it's more so. See those two red guys on the
Yeah.
far outside? Those guys like to take off
Oh.
and catch long passes, and those are the guys.
Oh,
that keep
I
them
see.
from
And
doing
there's
it.
a defense side and then an offense, and
So
then
the
you
blue
switch
X's
them.
are defense, and the offense.
This is
the
not
red
like
circles.
soccer because
No.
because I was really good at soccer. I was center forward. I was center halfback.
Yeah, those are nothing like football at all. Although it's called football in Europe,
Right.
apparently.
Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so then it's the cornerback, and they're supposed to. Where do they go? Do they chase? Who do they chase?
See those guys on the outside, red? That's who they're.
Okay, those are
making
the
sure.
runners. Those are the ones who get.
Those
who
are the
can
wide
run.
receivers.
The wide receivers are the ones that can usually do the touchdowns.
They catch passes, yeah.
So they run right in there, and then the quarterback throws
them
the
the ball.
football.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I'm not done asking questions. The quarterback is on the
That
offense
guy right
side.
there, yep.
What does the quarterback do when it's the defense side? Is he still on the field?
No, he sits. The other team's quarterback's on the field.
God,
on the defensive
I
line.
was so smart for asking that question. I think I'm actually more intelligent than I think because most people would not ask that question.
I don't know if that's possible.
Wait, back to the. You're such an ass. Okay, so I scored.
Should we keep going?
I scored 100% on the calculus portion of the IQ test.
Well,
and
there
I
you
never
go.
knew
So
Okay,
I have been affirmed.
Yes, but this is calculus to me. Okay, so now I'm not done.
Keep
so
going.
the cornerback, they chase the red guys on the.
Well, not all
wide,
the red guys. The guys that are out
on
wide.
the wide receivers,
Yep.
because that's who we've been talking about.
Well, they don't necessarily chase them, but they're covering.
What do you mean they're covering?
Well, they're trying to keep them from catching passes. So
They have to jump up and get the ball before they do or tackle.
like if they're close enough to the guy, the quarterback won't throw him the ball.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that's right. You don't want a wide receiver right there.
Right.
When you're
no, you don't want
linebackers.
you don't want a defensive back right there when you throw
Who
a pass.
catches the pass? The wide receivers.
The wide receivers and the tight end.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Cornerback, and then there's the linebacker, right?
So if you see those middle X's,
Uh-huh.
not the those right there, those are the linebackers.
So,
So
there
the-
has to be 3 linebackers.
No, there can be 4. There can be 5. You can.
Oh,
as
you
long
can
as you
have-
have 11 people,
On
you
the
can play whatever combination.
What
you
if
want.
one team? That's not fair. They have to have an equal number of guys on the field, don't they?
Yeah.
So if this team decides they want to put 2 more linebackers in there, the other team
They
has
have-
to put 2 more
No,
linebackers.
no. If they want to have 2 more linebackers, they have to take out 2 other positions. So you can only have 11 guys.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
So you can't decide, hey, we're going to put 2 more linebackers on, so we're going to have 13.
That's why they stop the game and then the player runs out and another one runs in, right?
Exactly.
Because they decide they want to change up their thing.
That's right.
Oh, that's
So
really
on-
smart tactics.
So on 3rd down, when
Right.
you've got 3rd and 11, you want to have more defensive backs in and less defensive linemen because
Okay.
you pretty much know that the other team is going to pass.
Okay.
So you want more guys covering the receivers,
Okay.
less guys, kind of on the line.
See, I was always really good in softball and soccer at pickles. So I would be a good
What is
I would be
pickles?
a good wide receiver as long as my I would be a really good because
comments?
and I run really fast. No, really, because I know how
I think
to
I
get,
read that on the bathroom wall earlier when I was in there before the show.
Oh my god, I can't believe what that said. I didn't even mean
Heidi's a good wide receiver.
Touchdown!
We should talk about football all the time, Jarvis. Jarvis, you had to play football. You're a big dude, right?
You did?
What'd you play?
Did you? He played.
Were you a defensive end? You look like a defensive
Okay, wait.
end.
I don't even.
I'll
know
let
what
you
this
guess
is.
what I played.
Okay, I don't even. What did you play? Safety?
Nope.
Quarterback.
Yep.
I figured you did. That's funny. You look like a quarterbacker.
Oh, it's a quarterback, but yeah, I was a
Oh.
quarterbacker. Yep.
I bet you were. Okay, so then
It was back
after
in when we only had leather helmets though, and no face masks and stuff like that. So
I'm not going to go there.
that was a joke.
Okay, I know it was. Okay.
So,
so my brother is the strongest one on the team.
No,
Oh.
but he is a safety apparently. He may be the strongest one on the team, but I doubt it. Because
No.
see all those guys that are right across from each other in red and blue? Those guys all weigh somewhere between 280 and 350 pounds. So just by nature, they're generally the strongest guys.
Wait a minute. You know what? To me, I've seen really heavy men before. And when somebody says, how much do they weigh? I'm like, I don't know, like 300. But then I see the football players, and they are way more muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah, well,
Even
the guys
if
in the
they
front
have-
tend to have a little bit of
Well, they
fat
have to
on
have a
them,
little
too, but-
cushion on the pushing because they get knocked a lot, right?
Yes, they do. A lot.
Right. And yeah, so see, now I knew that. So now who are the four guys up front? The two on the left and two on the right? On the blue.
Those are
On the defense?
They're defensive ends and defensive tackles.
Okay, what do they
basically.
do?
They rush the quarterback and or try to stop the run at the line of scrimmage, which is
When
that
you
yellow
rush the
line.
quarterback, is your purpose of rushing the quarterback to distract him or to actually tackle him before he throws the ball?
Yes.
Both?
You want to do both.
Okay.
If you can't get to him before he throws the ball, you want to be distracting
You know
him with
what?
lots of pressure.
This is why football is a little aggressive. We want to know why? Because what's his name? Magic Johnson or one of these, pro basketball players said, this is what it's like when people distract you. You're trying to focus and throw your flow. What's that thing he called?
Free throws?
Whatever, a free throw, right?
That's basketball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's somebody that's coming in going, no, and like totally distracting you.
Yeah, except in football,
Uh-huh.
it's guys who are extremely large, extremely fast, and extremely mean.
And extremely aggressive.
Well, that's what I mean by
I dated
extremely
Kerry
mean.
Collins.
Well, he was a quarterback, so he's not.
No, but he was super big.
Oh, yeah. He was a huge guy
He was
for a quarterback.
huge.
Yeah.
And I'm this little tiny thing.
Yeah, he
And
is a
I'll
massive
tell
dude.
you what, though. We really dug each other.
He wasn't a very good quarterback, though.
Well, he switched
Not in the
teams.
pros, but
Well,
was he in the pros when you dated him?
Yeah.
Or was he at Penn State?
No, he was at the pros, and it was when I was on the radio in Charlotte, North Carolina,
Oh,
and he
yes.
played for the Charlotte Hornets. Or wait, who were
No,
they?
that's the hoops team.
Whatever.
He was the
When-
Charlotte Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers.
Actually,
that's
they're
right.
the Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers, and he would always come in to sit with me on my radio show.
He's a big dude.
And he's huge. And we had a really fun time when I broke up with the guy that I was seeing there, the really controlling one.
And then you dated Kerry Collins.
Yeah. And then I got a job offer in Pittsburgh to work at B94, and he was so bummed out. And then he
And
went
he
to
was
the
from
New
Penn
York
State,
Jets.
yep.
Yeah, but so I saw him when he would come to Pennsylvania.
Which is where David Carr played from Fresno State for the New York Giants.
Oh.
And I believe that's when Kerry Collins had to move on because David Carr took over as a
Is Kerry
quarterback.
Collins still playing?
No.
Oh, how many years did he play?
He played actually quite a while, but
Uh-huh.
it's been a long time since he's played.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he made a lot of money. He gave
I'm
$1 million.
sure he
He
did,
was a
yeah.
nice guy. He showed up at the radio station. He says, "I'm taking you out to a really nice dinner," and he goes, "I just gave $1 million away to a kids charity," and he
Damn.
goes, "And I just want to celebrate that because."
Well, it is a
and
tax write-off too, so you know.
$1 million though. I mean, he was so, and he was really genuine about it.
That's a lot of dough.
Yeah, I think he made $10 million his first year. No, is that normal? Or maybe more.
That would not be normal.
What's-
But he was a high draft pick, and he was a quarterback, so I'm sure he made very
He
good
was
money.
really hot looking. Let me see his picture, Jarvis.
You don't remember what he looks
Just
like?
blow his face up. Well, no, I do know what he looked like. I just want to see him recently. Yeah, he was really hot.
Yeah. As a frame of reference,
Mm-hmm.
he was a good player. He wasn't great, but he was a very, he was a starting NFL quarterback. So.
He made a joke one time, and he thought it was funny. He goes, "And you don't even have to cheerlead for me." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so stupid."
Is he trying to be a stand-up comedian? Is that the next
It was so
foray?
funny because he thought I was super funny, but he couldn't. He would try to match. He just couldn't. He just didn't get it. You know what I mean?
Well, he made good money, so
Yeah, he was
he
really
had that
cute.
going for him.
We used to kiss.
But basically, when
did I just say that?
you did, well, I would imagine.
Well, I'm
you
a
kissed
little
since you
too
went out.
free with you two. I feel like you guys are like my guy best friends, and I just talk
I
like
think
I'm
that
a guy.
Jarvis and I can discern from the fact that you guys dated that you used to kiss at some point in time.
Oh,
We're not quite that,
right. Okay.
antiquated.
So I
here.
don't know why I said that. Apparently, I felt like saying it. It was my thought out loud.
Well, getting back to your football question,
Yeah, we have
though,
football questions.
You
though.
want to
So-
sack the quarterback, and if not, you want to put as much pressure on him as you possibly can.
Okay, now on the offensive side, who are these red guys?
Well, the guys in front are the guys who are either blocking for the running back
Okay.
or protecting the quarterback from the guys who are trying
Look,
to
there's
sack him.
there's like 7 of them.
So see those 5 guys in
Right.
the front?
Yeah.
Those are the offensive linemen.
Okay. Now are they the big ones?
Yeah.
They're the big
They're
guys.
the really super big ones.
Okay. Okay.
Super huge.
Okay. And then who are the 2 on the left? The wide receivers. Who they're being.
The guys on the outside of the wide receivers. The guy on the inside is either a slot receiver or a tight end. Then you have the quarterback, fullback, tailback.
What does a tight end do?
He blocks and catches passes. He's usually not quite as big as the lineman, but he's not as small as the wide receivers.
And then what about the one that's
Jarvis could have been a tight end too.
is the one at the very?
What are you, like 6'4"? 6'3"? So you probably played tight end a little bit too, right?
Did you play tight end? Were you tight end? What else were you?
Defensive end.
Oh, because you were super strong. Jarvis was. He was actually
Good
a
hands.
football player.
Good hands.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so then the guy is at the quarterback. Where's the quarterback?
Quarterback is right there.
Okay, then who's the guy at the all the way at the end?
There?
Right there. Yeah. No. the
Those are
bottom.
both running backs. That's called an I formation. So the first guy would be the fullback, and the second guy would be the tailback.
So these guys can also go and catch the football.
Yes, they
Anybody
can.
actually on the field can catch a football and make a touchdown.
No, that's not true.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Those
Ooh,
front
excuse me.
5
Jarvis,
guys.
beep that out. Beep that out, Jarvis. Beep it out. Beep it out. Beep it out.
Those front 5 red guys cannot catch passes.
Now why? What
'Cause
if
you can-
what if it's just there? You're not supposed to put your arms out and catch it.
You have to have 5
are
guys
you
on the
gonna
line of
do?
scrimmage. Well, if a ball gets tipped,
Yeah.
they can catch it. But they can't have a pass thrown to them intentionally.
But what if they didn't mean? What if the football player threw it the wrong?
penalty.
I mean, the quarterback threw it the wrong way. He's not supposed to touch the football.
It's a penalty.
Dear Lord, you guys.
A lot of rules in football.
And men don't usually have a lot of rules.
Let's show some
They
big
have
offensive
like 3
linemen.
rules, and that's it. Go ahead.
Well, we don't have a lot of rules. That's
Okay.
very true.
So
But there's a reason for that.
For the Patriots and the who is playing this?
The Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, because my attorney had to have the game on when the whole. He's from Atlanta.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So the Patriots have been in the Super Bowl, like 7 times in the last 20 years?
Right.
And the Falcons have been in, I think the last time they were in it was 1997.
Oh.
They've never won one.
Oh, really? So that's what the big deal is. Where are they from?
Atlanta.
Oh, no, the other guys.
New England. Well, Boston.
So are they called the Patriots?
Yep.
Oh, wow. So
And that's Tom Brady.
okay.
For all you female listeners out there who
the hot Tom Brady.
like Ugg boots and, guys who wear toques and scarves and things like that.
So why is he so good? Is he just really focused and really strong, or does he just have a really good aim?
He's just really good.
right.
Yeah.
He's just born good. How big is he?
You know what's interesting? He wasn't highly drafted. He wasn't. No one really expected him
well,
to
he's
be
not
even
as big.
remotely.
How big is he?
Well, he's like 6'5". He's tall. Yeah,
Wow.
great player.
Yeah. So he's on what team? Oh, he's on New England.
Yep.
So who do you think's going to win?
This one's kind of a toss-up. Nobody knows. You
Really?
got the best offense in the league against the best defense in the league.
Oh, that's great. Wait, who's the best offense?
Atlanta,
And who's the best defense?
the Patriots.
Oh, I should have known.
But
that.
they also have Tom Brady, so they have a really good offense too. So
Oh.
and
so
they
maybe-
probably have. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jarvis. That what everybody would agree is the best coach in football too.
Who's that?
Bill Belichick.
Oh,
or no, I'm
really?
sorry. What's Belichick's first name? Yeah, that's right.
Bill?
Yeah, Bill.
I've heard his name on the news before.
Yeah. So he's
So-
like the coach.
So who do you want? You don't know. Who do you want?
I don't really care. I kind of want the Patriots. Well, for 2 reasons. I like Tom Brady. I think he's great. And they witch doctored him so badly with this Deflate Gate thing. You probably
Right.
haven't heard of that. But I want to see the NFL commissioner have to give him the trophy because he basically suspended him for the first 4 games for
Okay,
something that was
what's
completely stupid.
Deflate Gate?
They claimed that the Patriots a couple years ago in the playoffs were deflating the footballs. to make them easier to throw.
Really? Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't the other team know? Don't you know? Don't you know how a football should feel?
Let's put it this way. In that game, that particular game where the claim came from, the score was 14-7 at half when the balls were deflated. The final score was 41-7. So the Patriots actually did far better when the balls were inflated. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, by rights, there should be no issue anyway. And they won, but very easily. So, I mean, it was just a whole, it was a witch hunt. It was a way to try to get them for something. And
do you talk to all girls like this? Or just me? Because you're teaching
I don't talk to that many girls. I talk to my daughter, who and my wife. Yeah. So all three that I talk to.
I'm guy talking. I was like, that's really cool. I'm learning all about football.
I'm trying.
I can't believe my brothers wouldn't even explain it to me.
Well, especially one that played high level football. You would think he would want you to know.
Well, my older brother played too, but not for Fresno. He wasn't quite as big.
This is your younger brother who played, and how old is he?
Well, I'm not saying his age.
Well, okay, but when would he have played? When was he in college?
2000.
You're not saying his age because you're not trying to give
No,
away.
I don't remember the year. I don't know, but it was like 2000.
How long has he been out of college?
I don't even know.
Just ballpark.
I'm not telling you anything.
All right.
You're such an ass sometimes.
I'm just asking questions.
You are so. You know what? It's so funny. You oftentimes do get me to say things I don't want to say.
Oh, it's part of my job.
Yeah.
It's my duty here.
Yeah. Hey, so what I was going to say to you
What the hell is that?
Oh, these are lemons and grapefruit from my dad's tree, and I brought them for you.
Is that a grapefruit?
Yeah, this is a grapefruit. It's a little one.
That thing looks like it's been through a...
No,
this one, I want to see that.
That one's not the pretty lemon. No, it's not.
This is not pretty.
No, but I picked it too late, actually.
Jarvis,
anyway,
if somebody brought this to you as a gift,
I would not do
would
that.
you think
That's
you
not
rank
for
highly
you.
with them?
That is not for you. It's not for you. That's not the juicy lemon. It came out of the bag.
Okay, I was just checking.
So anyway, so there's a new app. It's the coolest app. Do you have a lot of apps on your phone?
I don't have a lot. I mean, I have some. I usually find the ones that everybody say are great. I don't like them all that much. Like, I think Waze is the most overrated app ever.
Oh, really?
We're not trying to get any. We're not trying to get any sponsorship from Waze.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the GPS one.
I don't know. I don't use it.
What
Does it actually give you where the traffic is though?
It does do that, and it'll tell, like, it's kind of a community social thing too. So people will say, oh, hey, there's a cop up on such and such, right?
Oh, I like that though.
Yeah, but I find it to be, I don't know. Anytime I've used it hasn't been great.
Okay.
To be honest.
Well, okay.
The only time actually, when I left here a few weeks ago, the last show we did. And it was like at 5, and I had to get home.
Yeah.
It was good at taking me surface streets so I could avoid a bunch of the stuff on the 101.
Yeah, well, L.A. is awful with traffic.
Today was ridiculous.
Because of the rain.
Oh,
people are they don't even know how to drive in the rain here.
It's unbelievable.
So it's called Star Walk.
Okay.
It's the cool. You can see the stars and where the planets are, where we are, and you know how drivers yesterday.
So you're not talking about like Tom Cruise or anything like that. You're talking constellations. I mean, we're in Hollywood, so.
What else?
I thought maybe you were doing one of those double-decker bus tours.
The stars in the sky. Look at
Eddie Murphy's house. Sorry.
And then you can look at Star Walk in the sky and see Eddie Murphy's house.
Is that?
It's a reflection. Eddie Murphy's house was predicted.
Do you have a favorite constellation?
So this is what's so insane about this. You actually those figures are actually in the sky.
Yeah, I'm aware, but
those figures are in the sky.
Let me throw this out there.
That is what's like they were predicted. There were crabs before the world was created because they're in the stars.
It's a pretty big reach to find a crab.
The cancer sign.
What is that? That doesn't look like anything.
It's a spaceship. It was being predicted before the beginning of time. God already predicted
I'm calling
there would
BS
be
on the constellations,
spaceships.
period.
That's what it is, or is it a diamond? Jarvis,
Look,
what is
if
that?
I looked up in the sky, I could connect a star and come up with virtually anything.
Okay, but the shadow is in the sky.
It's like having an Etch-a-Sketch.
The unicorns are in the sky. The sea demon or dragons are in the sky. Those figures, okay? And then you get to see where...
Are you like into astrology?
I guess I am now. Look, there's a money sign with an arrow. You tell me that arrow...
I can't see it.
That God predicted we would have arrows driving, and there was
God
the-
doesn't have to predict anything. He's God.
But it's
he knows
in the
all.
stars. You can predict. You see a computer in one of them.
I think
There's a computer in one of them. Like it was predicted before the beginning of time. So if we want to know the future, we just
I
have
think
to
this
get
theological discussion should be continued later.
I'm just saying, it's the coolest app in the world. So if you ever just feel like people are driving crazy and everyone's mean and
Daily.
nothing is going right, you can't find your keys, you can't figure out what to wear like today. And then I went outside and then the rain got me. I don't know why I curled my hair. I have a lunch date after this, not a date, but with a business
whatever.
person.
Okay.
And you know what?
Who's
he
your
said?
Super Bowl pick?
He said,
Before we go, you got to tell us.
I want to go for Atlanta.
Okay. Atlanta it is. Jarvis?
Atlanta. See,
Is that who you want to win, or
Jar-
that's who you think's going to win?
Jarvis is from the South.
Okay.
Jarvis is from down there in the South.
Oh, are you a
Yeah,
Falcons fan?
He's a Southern
okay.
boy. He's all the way
Well,
from
then
down
I hope
there.
they win. I'll root for you, Jarvis.
Jarvis.
I'm indifferent. So.
Are we going to be watching the Super Bowl on Sunday? Would you like to watch it with Jarvis and
I unfortunately, I'm going to be making ribs. So
I can't wait
I'm
to see Lady Gaga's performance.
See, I won't even watch the halftime entertainment.
I'm so excited.
I saw Prince live, though. I was at the Super Bowl in 2006.
Prince is great live.
so.
Yeah, he's great. So anyway,
Well-
I'm Heidi Selexa, and this is Chris. And Chris is the former middleweight champion of the world. The name he went by is Stone Manson. So we were thinking of naming our show something other than Out of the Friend Zone. Because Chris and I are always
stone
in the
unturned.
friend zone.
Yes,
You're
we
like
are.
my best guy friend. I call you with everything. You heard what I did to the other guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kicked him out too. Yeah, I'm kind of a bitch, but I'm not really a bitch. I'm a good bitch.
We'll
in
see
a
if it
good way.
holds.
No, because I'm doing the right thing. So if you have
Aren't
to
we
be
all?
mean when you do the right thing, but this guy
Sometimes
said
you just gotta.
he wanted. So what do I say if he says I'll get a glass of wine if you drink a whole bottle with me? What do I say when he said that?
Just tell me you're there on a professional level.
No, okay, but that's kind of a weird way to say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you got to be more tactful than that, but say, hey, I got stuff going on. I got to keep it.
Sometimes I have a
professional.
really sharp tongue. On that note, I'm Heidi Selexa, and this is
See you next Friday.
Chris
Happy
Margetis.
Friday. Have a good weekend.
Hey,
Did you do the clap?
you're listening to Out of the Friend Zone with Heidi Selexa. You idiot.